On the 21st of March 2023, I posted the Lost and Found Reclaimed ticket to the Steam workshop. This video aims to explain the item. Specifically, I want to talk about how the item would work if it was added to the game. Whilst the reception has been positive, there has rightfully been some skepticism as to how the item may function at all. Upon hearing this criticism, I've realised that I may need to run more of a thought experiment and explore how the item will work. The restoration of achievement items is complicated. There are many limited items intentionally usable in crafting, and there are also promotional items for games that are no longer on Steam anymore. There are also other items that aren't necessarily achievement items, but have nearly all of the same qualities that achievement items have. Most importantly to note, if you deleted any of these items, you can't get them back anyway. So how does this ticket solve anything, and how would it work? First up, I believe every achievement item and similar that was deleted should be restored when using the ticket. TF2 is a very old game, and many players in their time playing faced an inventory space clog, or for whatever other reason felt that they should delete their achievement items. Whilst it is fair to say that players should have been more careful, these actions weren't done with nefarious intent, and I think that players are in some sense being punished too harshly for what really was just an innocent mistake. I believe sympathy for affected players is warranted, seeing as many players were literal children when they first started playing on their Steam account. Some people may say that if you want the items so badly, just move your Steam account. You can get the items on the new Steam account and just move everything else over. There is some truth in this, but players may have other games on their Steam account that they would like to keep for the sake of convenience. They don't want to have to log into another account all the time. Not to mention that some achievement item eligibility is rooted in the past, or relies on games that are no longer on Steam. Players have sentiment for their Steam account, and I think that is fair. Secondly, I believe achievement items like the Haunted Scrap Medal should follow this rule set. If you deleted any of these achievement items, you should get the one you deleted back. If you use the medal to craft any of these items, you won't get the medal back. This is to say that these groups are mutually exclusive. You will only end up with one of the three groups of items. There are other concerns with crafting achievement items as well. Players are able to use the rebuild hat crafting recipe to obtain a different hat using their achievement ones. This creates a huge problem as this made players ineligible for a restoration via Steam support for their achievement item since it had been used in crafting. Steam support used to grant item restorations for when players accidentally deleted their items or were scammed, but this is no longer the case. Steam support at the moment, and as far as many can tell, are no longer granting claims under any circumstances. This leaves genuinely mistaken players to forego their items, some players even choosing to participate in the lucrative tradable achievement item economy, where hundreds to nearly $1,000 is seen as a reasonable asking price. Also, take into consideration that the hats crafted using the rebuild hat feature aren't tradable and therefore don't have any value. Valve realised their mistake evidently and made some of the achievement item hats no longer usable in crafting, although there are still some exceptions like the gibbous and the alien swarm parasite. I believe a waiver is warranted here for players, since the items crafted are very low value and can't be traded. The ticket should be obtainable multiple times so as to allow players to get their items back if they ever delete them again after using the ticket. Or you could make the achievement items function like normal quality items in that they don't consume backpack space and therefore you cannot delete them from your inventory after you restore them. Another key part of the ticket idea would be for a simultaneous patch to make the achievement items not usable in crafting, except for the haunted metal scrap, etc. The reason this would be is to prevent players from cycling their achievement items by crafting them, restoring them, and then crafting them again.
Incoming! Well, don't that beat all?